We gotta get council.
Take care. Good, Emily. How are you?
Recording in progress.
It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you for coming. You guys did such a good job. Yes, please do. Good.
I'll be back.
Yes, I mean, we need.
You as well.
Some kind
You
of
take care.
threshold for
Everything good?
creating a new fire.
Good, you look good.
For $6,000, I'd do it, say, yeah. I don't think so.
We met, I've been to your house where I dropped off the literature, and I remember your husband and Burke coming to the
Yeah.
East Broad Street
I mean, it's just-
Elementary.
You know, the first I saw was, oh, Ben
I
Miller.
can't believe that, it's a long time. She looked great. You haven't changed.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember him well, yeah.
Well, I'll be back when you have them.
Emily, we'll be here.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, we're going to reconvene. And we'll now go into our first poll public of the evening, although our public seems to have left.
Good to see you.
So seeing no one, I will now move into our standing committee reports. Administration and Financial Management, Chairperson Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration and Financial Management did meet last week. Our minutes are on file, and members, we have a number of items for you to consider tonight that we will introduce, and we will meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30 right here.
Thank you very much. Community and Elder Advocacy, Chairperson Dixon.
Thank you, President Potter. Community and Elder Advocacy met last Tuesday. We have no legislation on the docket. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again next Tuesday after 6:30.
Thank you. Community Standards and Enforcement, Chairperson Smith.
Thank you, Mr. President. Community Standards and Enforcement met last week in my absence. Our minutes are on file, and we will meet again next week.
Thank you. Economic Development, Chairperson Cantor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Economic Development met last week. Our minutes are on file. We'll meet again next week right here after 6:30.
Very good. Infrastructure, Maintenance, and Services, Chairperson Coniston.
Thank you, President Potter. Infrastructure Maintenance and Services also met last week. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again next week sometime after 6.
Very good. Public Safety, Chairperson Elmore.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public Safety met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file. We will meet again on next Tuesday, 6:30.
Very good. And last but not least, Parks and Recreation, Chairperson Heck.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks and Recreation met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file. We have no legislation we are voting on tonight, and we will meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
Thank you. Officials reports, Mayor Maggard.
First of all, Zach's not here, but I'd like to thank him regarding the presentation tonight, and I'm glad to see that so many people showed up and were interested. Says something about our communication efforts. I would like to ask for council's consideration on passage of ordinance 61 regarding my ability to go into contract with public entities of Ohio regarding insurance renewal. The insurance renewal is up at the end of the day on October 2nd of this year, and we're still working on getting those numbers in place. And I have another meeting with the insurance brokers on Friday. We should know more then, but just in order to have a contract in place, it's a not to exceed. I don't think it will be that high, but I had to put a number in there, you know, so I just did a not to exceed. And the reason that it's an emergency is because they kept on saying, we're gonna meet with you, we're gonna meet with you, and then they said, no, we've got, you know, so that's how it went down. That's why it's an emergency measure. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Woodruff has stepped away. City Attorney Bivens.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. Just real quick, I just want to thank publicly Coach Rod Lightfoot for reinitiating the conversation with Whitehall Yearling High School and the administration's willingness to reinitiate the Whitehall Legal Rams. My core program is coming back. It's a passion project of mine, as you all know, but they are coming back. That's in the works. Stay tuned. We'll probably do another trial like we did the last time or the first time here in City Hall. So it's coming back. So I just wanted to thank Coach Rod Lightfoot publicly. I know he's taking care of the football team right now, but he's also taking care of other business. Whitehall Legal Rams is coming back. So
Good. That's great news. I know that that was very popular. City Auditor Quinzel.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. I do not have an official report tonight. However, I would appreciate your consideration on ordinances 58, 59, and resolution 32.
Thank you. Director of Public Service, Greg is not with us this evening, nor is Treasurer Alexander. The following official reports have been filed in the council office since the last meeting. That would be the mayor's report to council for August of 2022. Under communications, petitions, and claims, we've got nothing under communications, petitions, and claims that have been filed since our last meeting. Ms. Aug, would you please call roll as to whether each member of council was given a copy of each item of legislation listed on the agenda prior to the meeting and including any add-on legislation?
Coniston?
Yes.
Cantor?
Yes.
Heck?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Elmore?
Yes.
Thank you. We have got no legislation under third reading, which will bring us to our second reading. First will be ordinance 53, 2022, authorizing and approving a supplemental appropriation in the total amount of $230,000 from unappropriated monies in the General Fund 101 to the following general fund expense accounts and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 53, 2022, and move for a suspension of the rules.
Second?
There's been a motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Coniston, to introduce ordinance 53, 2022, and for suspension of all rules. Is there any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston?
Yes.
Cantor?
Yes.
Heck?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Elmore?
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to adopt.
Second?
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Coniston. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston?
Yes.
Cantor?
Yes.
Heck?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Elmore?
Yes.
Ordinance 53, 2022 has been adopted. Ordinance 54, 2022 will be read by title only and will have a public hearing on October 4th, 2022. Amending the zoning map attached to Chapter 1122 of the 1970 codified ordinances of the City of Whitehall, Ohio, and is subsequently amended, allowing special permit under 1123.12C5 to allow Magic Real Estate Holdings, LLC, to operate a paintless dent removal facility on the property located at 4629, 4645, and 4651 Poth Road, and 181A through 181P, North Hamilton Road, property owned by HGI Midwest LLC. Ordinance 55, 2022 will be read by title only. Authorizing and approving an amendment to the authorized table of personnel 161.37E2 titled Police Division. Resolution 28, 2022, to authorize the mayor to file an application with the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission for the purpose of acquiring funds through the MORPC attributable federal funding program for transportation improvements.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce Resolution 28, 2022, and move for the suspension of all rules.
Second?
There's been a motion by Ms. Coniston, second by Mr. Cantor, to introduce Resolution 28, 2022, and for suspension of all rules. Is there any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston?
Yes.
Cantor?
Yes.
Heck?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Elmore?
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Move to adopt.
Second?
Motion to adopt by Ms. Coniston, second by Mr. Cantor. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston?
Yes.
Cantor?
Yes.
Heck?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Elmore?
Yes.
Resolution 28, 2022 has been adopted. Under first reading, we have ordinance 58, 2022, providing for the issuance and sale of notes in one or more series and the maximum principal amount of $9,765,000 and anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of paying the costs of the acquisition by the city of a portion of the approximately 37-acre parcel in the northeast corner of Hamilton Road and East Broad Street, all in support of economic development and job creation within the city that will result in the elimination of blight and nuisance and on around the acquired property and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 58, 2020, and move for suspension of the rules.
Second?
There's been a motion by Mr. Bailey, seconded by Mr. Cantor, to introduce ordinance 58, 2022, and for suspension of all rules. Is there any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, again seconded by Mr. Cantor. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
Ordinance 59, 2022 has, I'm sorry, Ordinance 58, 2022 has been adopted. I jumped ahead there. Ordinance 59, 2022, providing for the issuance of sale of notes in a maximum principal amount of $1,805,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds for the purpose of providing funds to pay the cost of a court-approved final settlement of claims made by the city in the case of the City of Whitehall, Etow versus Olander, Thomas J. Etow, case number 2007 EVH 060217 in Franklin County Municipal Court, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 59, 2022, move for suspension of all rules.
Second.
There's been a motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Cantor, to introduce ordinance 59, 2022, and for the subsequent suspension of all rules. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Cantor. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
Ordinance 59, 2022 has been adopted. Ordinance 60, 2022, authorizing and approving a fund advance transfer in the amount of $35,000 from unappropriated monies in the General Fund 101 to the PD Building Renovation Fund 324, appropriating $35,000 from the PD Building Renovation Addition Fund 324 to the 324-000-51,000 expense account, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 60, 2022, and move for a suspension of rules.
Second?
There's been a motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Coniston, to introduce ordinance 60, 2022, and for the suspension of all rules. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second?
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, second by Ms. Coniston. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
Ordinance 60, 2022 has been adopted. Ordinance 61, 2022, authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Public Entities Pool of Ohio, PEP, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce ordinance 61, 2022, and move for the suspension of the rules, please.
Second.
There's been a motion by Mr. Cantor, second by Ms. Elmore, to introduce ordinance 61, 2022, and for suspension of all rules. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt, please.
Second.
Motion to adopt by Mr. Cantor, seconded by Ms. Elmore. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
Ordinance 61, 2022 has been adopted. Resolution 31, 2022, approving a resolution for the mayor of the city of Whitehall, Ohio, to enter into a contract with Cornica Cosing to provide construction manager at-risk services for the police station expansion and renovation, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce resolution 31, 2022, and move for the suspension of the rules, please.
Second.
There's been a motion by Mr. Cantor, seconded by Mr. Dixon, to introduce resolution 31, 2022, and to suspend all rules. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
Dixon.
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt, please.
Yes. Second.
Thank you. There's been a motion by Mr. Cantor, seconded by Mr. Dixon, for the adoption. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston.
Yes.
Cantor.
Yes.
Heck.
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Dixon,
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
Resolution 31, 2022 has been adopted. Our final piece of legislation this evening is Resolution 32, 2022, resolving to approve then and now certificates and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to introduce Resolution 2022, move for suspension of all rules.
Second?
There's been a motion by Mr. Bailey, seconded by Ms. Coniston, to introduce Resolution 32, 2022, and to suspend all rules. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Dixon,
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
The rules have been suspended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to adopt.
Second?
Motion to adopt by Mr. Bailey, seconded by Ms. Coniston. Any discussion? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston,
Yes.
Cantor,
Yes.
Heck,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bailey,
Yes.
Dixon,
Yes.
Elmore.
Yes.
Resolution 32, 2022 has been adopted. This brings us to our second poll public of the evening, but again, we've got no public. So we'll move on to Community Date Board. Karen, I know you've got something for us this evening.
I do, this just in. This is, we finally listened to Councilman Wiskander and have moved the Halloween walk from a Saturday where we always had the OSU game and all, you know, everybody had their radios going. We're gonna have it now on Friday evening. We are working with Parks and Recreation and we're working with the YMCA. It will be over at the YMCA. The event will start at 5:30.
And what's the date?
It's Friday, October 28th. The nice thing is that the event's gonna be larger this year, so we're still gonna have the judging of the costumes, and we're still gonna have food, but this year we're gonna also have a movie following. So, I believe it will be Ghostbusters, so it'll be a really nice evening
How
for
appropriate.
everybody. Check it, sorry.
October 12th.
Nice.
October 12th, from 12 to 6, blood drive at Whitehall Fire Station.
Anything else? All right, well then we will then move into whole council. Ms. Coniston,
Oh, thank you, that's right, I am
on
first.
deck again.
I know. Well, I would thank everybody for coming, but I'm still gonna thank them for coming because we had such a nice turnout for that. So, it was very nice to see everybody and see some familiar faces we haven't seen in a long time. And thank you to everybody else who was viewing. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Cantor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and coming in. Zach, thank you. Good presentation.
Thank you.
Thank Ryan, but he left, and I know that he wanted to speak, but he did a very good job. Karen, way to stay on top of that Halloween walk. Just let everybody know the day after would be Ohio State and Penn State. Am I correct?
That is
There
correct.
you go.
All right.
That's all I have. Love
Thank
you,
you
girl.
so
Glad
much.
to see you soon. Thank you.
Ms. Heck, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Mr. President. I echo what everybody else says. It was nice to see so many people come out, even though they have since left. Hopefully they're watching from home, so thank you. And thanks everybody that's watching from home. Thank you, Zach, for the presentation. And also, I'm very excited about the legal Rams coming back, so that's great.
You got the legal name?
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Ms. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. President. Always a tough act to follow.
Try following him.
Right?
Yeah, that is a hard one.
Yeah.
I will reiterate, thank you everyone for coming in. As Zach said, the United States Postal Service does work, so it's good to see that people are coming in, and they are receiving that information. That's encouraging. And I am also excited about this Whitehall Legal Rams. That sounds really cool. That's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, Zach, I want to thank you, as in the past, you're involving folks that are, kind of live in the project, and as usual, you're involving them early and letting them have the stakeholders at least a say, and that way we can get it all designed out and bid it the way it needs to be bid, and everybody will be happy, I'm sure. That's all I have.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Dixon.
Thank you, President Potter. Well, in the past few years, I've lamented City Hall's communication with citizens in regard to different things that we've done. And I think tonight was an excellent example of how that has changed. And so I want to thank the administration for that, because This is democracy in action. These folks come in, you alerted them to this fact, they came in, asked a million questions. I am very happy about that. I think that was terrific. Thank you to all the folks from Fairway for coming in. And, you know, I reiterate again that, like I did last year, I understand the importance of everything that you discussed in your presentation. But I also am a believer in, you know, representing the people and what they want. And so, you know, there's some thinking, at least as far as I'm concerned, in what the citizens spoke about. And I hope that there continues to be a line of communication between them and us and the administration regarding that project. Thank you to everyone that watched at home, and of course the Fairway folks again. And I think, oh, congratulations on the legal ramps. I think that's terrific. Good job on that. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Elmore?
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank everybody that came out, also those that are watching. I think Zach, you did a great job in the presentation, answering the questions and the concerns of the people, residents on Fairway Boulevard. Looking forward to seeing really what that's going to look like. Change is difficult for a lot of people, and that street is known for its beauty, and it was, you know, I know a lot of people want to continue its beauty, but they have concerns, and it was valid. Also want to just thank you guys for all of the thought that went into everything that would be needed on that street. I want to also say National Voters Registration Day was today, and I hope people got out to register to vote. And that's all I have.
Thank you. I would just like to wrap up, and again, echoing what folks said. Mr. Bivens, that's wonderful. On the legal rounds, that's very exciting. I think Administrator Woodruff did a fine job this evening with the presentation. I really think there's some very good, meaningful dialogue back and forth. And I think that a lot of good information was disseminated, and this is what getting the facts out in front of rumors helps eliminate that 100%. So I think that was a very healthy process. So other than that, I don't have anything.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Cantor. Any discussion? Again, why do I ask? Ms. Aug, please call roll.
Coniston? Yes. Cantor?
Yes.
Peck?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Dixon?
Yes.
Elmore?
Yes.
And we're adjourned at 7:32.
I mean, 8:32.
8:32, huh?
There we go.
What's an hour between?
Not at all, not at all.